Speaking at the World Artificial Intelligence Conference, Chinese Premier Li Chang outlined a vision centered on international collaboration. China's action plan proposed joint R&D, cross-border AI infrastructure, open data sharing, and even literacy training for developing countries. And they're thinking big picture here, calling for a new global AI cooperation organization and warning that AI shouldn't become an exclusive game dominated by just a few countries or companies. I can't imagine who he's thinking about when he says dominated by a few countries.
That sounds pretty different from the US-led approach that Donald Trump proposed.
It sounds pretty different from the Trump administration's plan, which emphasized deregulation, open source innovation, and really scaling U.S. infrastructure, U.S. companies in a, quote, race for global AI dominance. But in reality, the U.S. and China are where most cutting-edge AI is really being developed, and the question is about which country's AI will end up being dominant around the world. I think China wants the same thing. They're just trying to package it up a little nicer and friendlier, especially as they reach out to parts of the world that are less U.S. friendly than they have been historically. The question is it going to be U.S. or Chinese developed AI that is the most commonly used around the world? And they'd like it to be Chinese.
Totally understandable.
Two major open source releases from China are turning heads. Alibaba's Tongyi Lab released Wan 2.2. It's a new video generation model that lets users control lighting, color, and even camera angles for cinematic quality output.
And what was the second one?
ZAI's GLM 4.5, a 355 billion parameter model that combines reasoning, coding, and agentic capabilities. It outperforms many of the closed models and autonomous tasks and was released fully open, along with its training framework for others to build on.
How important are these releases really?
9 of the top 10 open source AI models today are Chinese. Chinese labs are aggressively building full stack open source AI ecosystem. When we talk about China wanting to dominate the world, these open source models are pretty important in terms of what countries outside of the US and China might adopt as they're building their own AI infrastructure.
The aggressive approach is definitely tracks for China. They're really trying to accelerate that diffusion in terms of access and implementation.